Great Ogoni people, great. My name is Victor Baradurabarabo, and today I want to talk about MOSOP Reconciliation. About a week or two now, I read on the social media the list of names. Most of them were pioneers of MOSOP. They were there with Kensara Mwewa and the rest, and they said they are elders of Ogoni, and they want to reconcile MOSOP because MOSOP has been torn into pieces. That is a welcome development. I truly welcome that, and I was looking forward to a day like that. Now, that apart, but for that to take place effectively, I have one or two suggestions or observations whatsoever that I want to say. You see, after the death of Kensara Mwewa and 8 others, MOSOP went off the radar due to leadership tussle. And MOSOP slipped. I don't know what made the ground to be slippery, but MOSOP slipped that resulted to where we are falling today. But we thought after the death of Kensara Mwewa, the ground was solid for Ogoni people to march on. And honestly speaking, if Ogoni people had succeeded in uniting and march on after the death of Kensara Mwewa, by today Ogoni would have gotten her kingdom. But the reverse was the case. MOSOP slipped and we are falling to where we are now. So we have to look at this situation holistically. So for MOSOP to unite Ogoni people again, first of all, we must look at where we sleep, because where we sleep is the determinant of where we are falling. Why did we sleep? What happened? What was the problem there? And I believe all these elders, they are aware of this. Now, after that stage, you move on to the stage of, you can now talk about reconciliation. Reconciliation that should come with apology. Apologies should be made to the Ogoni people. And when necessary, restitution should be made to the Ogoni people. Do you know why? Before you can get the entire Ogoni people, before you can get their heart to focus on MOSOP as it was during the era of Kensara Mwewa, Ogoni people need to understand basic things that happened. Let me tell you, during the era of Kensara Mwewa, Ogoni was on the list of governments, radios and television stations all over the world. So if you want the Ogoni people to come out with the whole of their heart to embrace MOSOP, to embrace the Ogoni struggle, then you must first of all render apologies to them, and where possible restitution, because apologies and restitution, they are complementary. You see, the people, the Ogoni people, we know what happened. We know who we are. Look, I was talking to some people, and a very vibrant young man that was very active in MOSOP, he said, look, is this the kind of MOSOP that we had during the era of Kensara Mwewa? Because I asked him, why did you stop? He said, look, I have to sit down in my house because nothing is happening. That was long years back. I was talking to him on MOSOP. He said, after the death of Kensara Mwewa, this is not the kind of MOSOP that you should get involved with, because he will end up wasting himself. Now, we've lost Kensara Mwewa and 8 others. We lost over 4,000 Ogoni people. Many Ogoni people were frustrated, many of them in the foreign land, in the refugee camps. Some have died. All this because MOSOP went off the radar, and it looked as if no one was concerned about what was going on in Ogoni. So I thank you all so much if you've come out to address the MOSOP issue. That is a welcome development. I appreciate that. But to get the mind of Ogoni people, I'm suggesting to you, there are things you have to do so that Ogoni people can begin to trust the process and can trust whosoever that will come or that will emerge. So apology should be rendered to the Ogoni people. And when necessary, as I have said, restitution should be made. Because after the death of Ken Saranwiwa, MOSOP became a private enterprise. Ogoni people cannot boast of anything from MOSOP. But some people have used it to benefit themselves and their families. We know the truth. This is not the kind of MOSOP that we saw. This is not the kind of MOSOP that we embrace with our heart, with our spirit, with our soul and our body. This is not the kind of MOSOP. So that has to be done. That has to be done. There should be apologies and there should be restitution where necessary. We will forgive because we want to move on. But these processes will make people believe, and people will learn from it, and people will take notice of what to come. So it is very, very important. You can't just sweep everything under the carpet and say it won't just work. Because for you to get the heart of the Ogoni people, the way they embraced MOSOP during the era of Ken Saranwiwa, you have to tell them the truth. You have to apologize to them. At least an apology we do. Then we move on from there. Because of MOSOP, many have lost their loved ones. And it is a struggle that is supposed to be for the entire Ogoni people. Not for an individual, not for a family, not for a village, but the entire Ogoni nation. That is what MOSOP struggle is all about. And then, when that is done, if you truly want the kind of MOSOP that will be on the lips of government, radio stations and TV stations again, as it was during the era of Ken Saranwiwa, you must first of all understand the tenets of MOSOP, the tenets of the Ogoni struggle. Ogoni struggle was not all about, it was not about politics in Nigeria. It was about political autonomy of the Ogoni people. Because if you are going to move us into politics, when we haven't achieved Ogoni autonomy, then you get it wrong. So, because look at the MOSOP, the kind of MOSOP that we have after the death of Ken Saranwiwa, MOSOP that is becoming partisan, MOSOP that is supporting this. No. In fact, the basic problem that happened in MOSOP was a result of MOSOP disassociating themselves from Nigerian politics. But that same MOSOP has turned around to embrace Nigerian politics at the detriment of the Ogoni people. So if you want a true MOSOP that will revive the spirit of the Ogoni people, that will move Ogoni to the promised land, you must excuse every political distance out of MOSOP. They have to give way. And the MOSOP, the Ogoni Bill of Rights, we must follow it till the end. That is the only way we can achieve our aims and objectives. If we don't follow the Ogoni Bill of Rights and we want to follow the Nigerian politics, we will end up destroying ourselves the more. So it shouldn't be the kind of MOSOP that will jump into politics. You know, when some people have failed, or when one thing or the other has happened to them, they said, oh, the dynamics has changed. Now we are in democracy. Oh, good and fine. We are in democracy. But the Ogoni Bill of Rights did not state that if Nigeria become a democratic nation, that our agitation should cease. It didn't say so. Ken Saro-Wiwa did not say so. So why should it be that because Nigeria is a democratic nation now, Ogoni agitation for political autonomy should cease? No. In fact, this is the best period, this is the best environment to achieve our political autonomy. This democratic system is the best if we think right. So we have to identify these things so that the entire Ogoni can embrace MOSOP again. And let me tell you, it is not that Ogoni people don't know the truth, but it is because the kind of leadership we have, the Ogoni people don't trust. Because the whole thing has gone, it has become like a pure water business. Please, let's respect the Ogoni struggle. Let's respect our past heroes, those that have laid their lives for this struggle. Let's respect them. So my humble suggestion is, apology should be rendered to Ogoni people. And where necessary, restitution should be made. You see, that will call the mind of the people. That will bring trust. It will revive the spirit of the Ogoni people again. And they can come up to embrace MOSOP again. And then when that is done, we have to look at the principles of MOSOP. We have to look at the Ogoni Bill of Rights. Because Ogoni Bill of Rights is not about partisan politics. It's about political autonomy for Ogoni people. Ogoni people. Not with any other people. No, Ogoni people. We wish ourselves what we wish others. This same autonomy we fight for, we wish everybody the same autonomy. Then we can coexist in that Nigeria. But if we don't do that, we are going to aggravate the problem. So I'm begging our elders, you have to start from somewhere. You have to build this process so that the Ogoni people can begin to be happy, their spirit will be revived, and they can embrace Ogoni's struggle. Thank you very much. And if you want to listen to more of my videos, the past one I've been speaking about the Ogoni struggle. If you miss it on my Facebook, you can go to my YouTube page, type Victor Baraduabarago on YouTube. My page will come out. Subscribe there and click on the notification bell so that anytime I drop a message, you will get alert and then you can watch it. God bless you, and I pray and I hope that this peace process will build Ogoni and move us on to the promised land.